Was the offensive game plan different today?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, it doesn't work. Anyway, just the way they played, they kind of had these loose overhangs that if they were getting too tight, then I'd pull the ball. If not, I'd hand it to Tuck and try to go block them. But just playing that in the way they played, and we schemed them up pretty well. And it was just the way they played, so had to use my legs. Got to use my legs a little bit more.
For Mikel, we talked to Coach Boeheim yesterday, and he was talking about just how your guys' defense is really not getting as much credit as it should for the play this season. How would you kind of describe that play, and how do you think that showed against a beat-up NC State, but nevertheless coming out with the win?
I feel like it showed a lot because, if I'm not mistaken, NC State is one of the top defenses in the conference also, and we held their offense to less points than they held our offense to. And it's just like we're just gonna keep showing people what we're capable of.
Yeah, and you were spending a lot of time just kind of moving from gap to gap, and at the end you really got that dagger going through the A gap and getting the sack on Chambers. What was going through your mind in that play, and how were you guys at the linebacker level able to get some of those blitzes and make Chambers very unsettled back there?
I was just trying to stay focused and try not to make the wrong movements because I had cramped up a little bit. I think that was early fourth quarter. My body still wasn't fully back to where it was, and it was just like one of them things I was just fighting through. It felt like one of those summer run situations where you're super tired, super exhausted, but you keep fighting through, and I'm just happy I got through.
Also for Mikel, you could have moved on from this program after last season and chose to stick around. Just how does it feel to go 6-0 and get bowl eligibility so early in this season?
It feels amazing. I knew exactly what this team was capable of, which was like going 6-0, and I believed in the coaches, and I just believed in the guys and the offense also, and the new offensive coaches. And it's just the mindset we had coming off the season, knowing we were a couple games, we were one game away from being bowl eligible, and we lost a bunch of games in last-minute situations. There was a lot of things that went into it, and I'm just happy I came back, happy I'm able to help us get this far. We just getting started.
Mikel, you mentioned earlier this week how this game was your second biggest game of your career. Does that now bump up to number 3 after going against Clemson this upcoming weekend?
You could say that. I'm excited to play these guys, though. They're a good team. I'm excited to play them.
Question for each of you guys. Just wondering, if you could describe what's going through your mind as the fans are rushing the field, and if you could just kind of describe what that was like celebrating with them.
It didn't feel real. Like, I heard a couple of people when I was on Marshall Street grabbing food yesterday. They were like, "You guys handle business, we're going to storm the field." And it never happened since I've been here. So to see it actually happen, it was just like a surreal moment. Just grateful to be here for it.
Yeah, like Kel said, they did tell us before the game that they were going to storm the field, and when it actually happened, it was just a surreal moment.
Yeah, for me, I tried to keep moving once I saw him coming on the field, and because OG came up to me, he's, "Dude, I just took 800 pictures." I was like, "Gotta keep the legs moving, baby."
It's for Garrett and Oronde. Just, from both of your perspectives, the chemistry that you have and what that's created for the offense this season.
Definitely all the work that we put in the offseason, spring ball, fall camp, is just coming to work.
I'll say it started a long time ago in the off season, but OG's he's a consistent, really heavy football player. He's got a high football IQ and knows how to find space and get open. And he does a lot of good things, and that's why he's catching so many balls. And then we're putting him in those positions to go up and make those plays. And he's continuing. He's been, as you say, he's been making all those plays. So we're gonna keep trying to give him the ball as much as we can.
Going off that for both Oronde and Garrett, on a day like today when things are clicking pretty quickly, do either of you come together on the sideline after the first drive like, hey, we have something here, let's keep going back to it?
I feel like we just play the game out and see where it goes from there.
Yeah, just playing the game. Don't think too much. We got we've had plenty of time to watch the film, and in 2 weeks. So at the end of the day, just go out there and be yourself. Don't try to do too much, and just play within the system. And when you do that, you have a lot of success.
Yes, right. For Mikel, you were here in 2019. The defense struggled that year, but since Tony White came in 2020, you guys have gotten progressively better each year. Now this season, you're getting injuries left and right. They're all piling up, yet week after week, you guys come out and play dominant ball. What is it about Tony White that gets you guys ready to go each week to play so well and execute?
I just give got a lot of respect for him because he treats everybody on the defense the same, and you can see it, like how we got a lot of starters who went down first week, second week, third week, and the backups, they're getting coached the same way in practice, and they're getting coached the same way in meetings. He hops around meetings to every position groups, and he treats everybody the same. So I feel like it's showing just how guys like JT, guys like Eli, they're coming in and making plays, and it shows like they got coached the same as the starters, and they're handling business just like a starter would.
Garrett, could you just kind of talk us through those 2 interceptions? Were there specific things that went wrong there, or was that just like a testament to the strength of NC State's defense?
Yeah, no, one of them, we thought we got him to jump off sides, and I looked at the ref, and he was reaching for his pocket, but I couldn't sit there and watch the flag come out, but and everybody else did too, because they abandoned the play. Everybody ran to the end zone because that's normally what you do. And we had one earlier, the first touchdown was the same thing. So, I threw it up trying to give the guy a chance, and sure enough, they look over, there was no flag, and then that's when you start to feel like an idiot. But that, and then the other one, we just got pushed out of bounds, and it was the corner made a great play, but we just got to hold that line and let the ball drop in. But besides that, stuff to learn from. It's nothing that we left 21 points out there easily just from those 2 plays and penalties when we had momentum. So it's just a testament to what we can do, and we're going to start needing those, especially next week. We can't afford to turn the ball over twice and give Clemson 2 more opportunities like that. But the defense has been playing phenomenal, and that's just a testament to them being able to win with the way we've been playing like that. So,
Garrett, how important was the first drive?
Oh, I don't know what the number is, but the statistics behind, scoring the first opening drive of the game, builds a lot of momentum and normally leads to success and W's. But, we always aim to start fast, and we expect to score. That's why we always take the ball. So, we did that today. It was really efficient first drive. Now, what we need to work on is just keeping that momentum for the second and third drive and going down and scoring 21 points in the first quarter versus, just 7, settling for a field goal. So, we got a long way to go, and we're still finding ourselves as an offense and as a team. But I'm really excited about what we did today, and just a testament to us.
Garrett, there was a little bit of a drought throughout the middle of the game in terms of touchdowns. What happened there, and how can you mitigate that going forward?
Yeah, I hadn't watched the film, but a little bit of penalties. That's part of it. The turnovers, obviously, and then we were moving the ball well. It just we get down into that. I feel like the fringe past the 50, and we weren't converting how we should have. And we'll go back and watch the film, but I felt like we were seeing everything very well, and they got a stout defense, they do. But I felt like we were seeing it really well, and guys were getting open. So we just gotta, convert. That's the biggest thing. Just go out and play, and don't try to overcomplicate things.
Garrett, last year you threw in a block for Sean Tucker to score on a long score against NC State. This year, you do something very similar. It seemed like the same play when we were talking about it going down to the player press conference. Why is it so important for a quarterback to lay out blocks like that? Not just throw the ball, run the ball so well like you do, but also do whatever you can to help this team win.
It was the same play. But it's just the way they play their scheme, and that's what makes their run defense so good. They have those loose overhang guys, and everybody else fits the gaps hard and spills it out to them, and nobody ever blocks them. So, Coach Schmidt came in, he's like, why don't you go block them? Oh, okay. So that's what we did, and, they spilled out the backside, and we had a couple more that I just couldn't quite get to them, but, it just comes down to the game plan. It was a great game plan, and there's a couple of them that I pulled around the edge. We had penalties on and all that stuff, but, just got to keep getting better, and you know, we're going to enjoy this one tonight, I'm sure. I'll probably give it 12 hours instead of 24, and then you know, getting ready for Clemson.
Thanks, guys.